Hi guys, my name is Mohammed, and today I'm going to talk about the positives in THC and CBD products. And for my visual aid, I brought out some THC and CBD oil that I use after I work out. I also brought out some hemp oil that I like to rub on my knee, especially when there's times like this when it's cold. Ever since my knee surgery, it's been pretty messed up lately. But whether it's medical marijuana or other THC products, or even as little as CBD products, they tend to get viewed in a very negative way. Many people view medical marijuana as a gateway drug that tends to get people hooked on hard drugs, which is not even like that whatsoever. Medical marijuana and THC products or CBD products are actually viewed as medicine, and if they're used in the right way and responsibly, it actually could help you out. As a college student with a lot of anxiety, I smoke medical marijuana to just calm my nerves some days, or even especially on days where I have work all day and I know I have numerous assignments that I've just not really slacked on. I just got busy throughout the week and my anxiety just building on. I like to before I start those assignments, I'll smoke medical marijuana so I can just sit down and get on with the work and stuff, and not really just overthink about all these assignments I have. I don't want to overthink about it, because as I overthink, that's how I'm starting to increase my anxiety. So medical marijuana is a way for me to just really just get home, start doing this assignment, and just get to it. That's why I think it helps out a lot, especially with school, because most of my anxiety really comes from school itself and from work. Most of the people who think that medical marijuana and THC products are negative, like we talked about earlier, thing is, this day and age now, when you really hear much talk about THC and CBD products, you only really hear negative things. Most people, especially people who haven't even gave it a try, they don't even know what really goes or happens with it, or what it could even do to you. They will just want to talk about the negatives, the negatives, the negatives. I don't want to hear about the negatives when I'm trying to learn about something. I want to hear the negatives and the positives, especially the positives, because I want to know what goes into it. And that's why I hope that as I talk about all the positives about THC and CBD products, I hope that you guys as an audience could put it into perspective, if it's right for you, or if you think it's good for just everybody else as a medicine itself that should be legalized, or if you should even give it a try yourself, but if you do, use it responsibly. My father is actually a great person to bring up when it comes to this topic, because he was completely against THC and CBD products, especially when I was around growing up in high school and coming out of high school and stuff. I was coming off a lot of injuries, so I'd always try to use stuff like that. But I'm not much at taking medication. But my dad, he was completely against it, would just get mad about me just using it, or even me having it in general, would take it away, ground me, get me in trouble, take my car away, being a parent. But after a while, I just kept noticing he himself has back problems. His back's just tight. It makes it hard for walk, especially when it's cold like today. But also when he's just at work, he's stressing every single minute he's awake pretty much. And he's actually had numerous heart attacks throughout his life, so he has heart problems. So I would notice that he's taking antidepressant, all these other pills and stuff that helps him go to sleep, and just I don't know, all this stuff that he thinks is actually helping his body. But I would get me mad, because I'm do you even really know what's going in your body? Do you know what you really are putting in your body? It's not really healthy. No one really knows except the people who are making it. So after a while, I introduced him to actually CBD products. I don't want to show him THC products and stuff, just because I don't know how it works with your heart if you have heart issues like that. So I started off slow, showed him CBD products, and it's a great thing for him. He actually enjoys it. He loves it. He uses it he uses it going to work and stuff, helps him enjoy actually going to work and enjoy getting up, working out here on the ranch and stuff. It just has been helping him, and it's that's just a great example of someone that didn't know much about it, so only heard the negatives and would only tell me about the negatives. So I'd show him what it really could do, and he actually tried it, and look at him. He's taking it. He actually is the one who bought me these, actually. Due to a lot of research that's been done on THC and CBD products, there's been a lot of positive aspects that are being found because of the research that's being done. Author Paul Armento was briefly discussing about how there is growth in research in the topic of medical marijuana. Due to the growth of research of medical marijuana, it plays a huge role in healing cirrhosis, arthritis, and also even inflammatory bowel disease, as well as treatment in neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's, and as well as Lou Gehrig disease. In fact, in another article I read by author Rudolf Gerber was explaining how there's been a pot research that shows that medical marijuana reduces fluid pressure in eyes that cause irreversible damage to vision and glaucoma. A drug with very little side effects is working like a miracle for big diseases. And this is important because as a patient who is taking this medicine, they will not even go through a quarter of the side effects or any of the risk factors that the medicine they would be getting prescribed from the doctors itself. There actually has been evidence of THC products and CBD products to help out with diseases that other medicine cannot, and I will now talk about that actually. Author Peter Grinspoon was, who actually works in the medical field. He himself is a doctor, and he does a lot of research on this, went on to explain the strongest scientific evidence that THC and CBD product has, which is for the effectiveness in some of the cruelest childhood epilepsy syndrome. People still cannot view this as a drug or as a medicine, but it is the only treatment that is known to help out with epilepsy right now, especially with children. Even though it's a medicine, it still does not, it does more for this country than other medicine for the health of the patient and many have got from it. But people still want to view it as it's this bad drug and not this medicine. But it's crazy how there's a lot of people getting a lot of healing from it and it's helping them better than some medicine is not. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is like, it's a drug that since it's not out and it's not being shown, like it's helping with a lot of patients, but it's not getting shown because it's not legalized, but people want to talk about all those pills and stuff, but those itself is not even really helping patients. Now I want to go talk about how other positives and THC products has not only for your health, but also for the economy. Author Don McKean was talking about how THC products is claimed only as something that is a relief from anxiety and deals with depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. It's not only that, because on the other hand, Martin Heinrich was explaining how the numbers in the economy will continue to rise and will also provide a new stream of revenue and jobs for the local economy if medical marijuana becomes legalized. A huge issue America is having is a way to improve its economy and bring in more money for its economy and create more jobs for our people and our Americans. This is a way for healthy medicine to get out for the world, for the people who are in need of it, and also create more jobs and open up more careers, and we can find more research now that it's legalized. Now you know why now you know all this stuff, like why people will be smoking weed and stuff, and why they believe it should be legalized. I want you to put it in perspective, and now that you're aware of all the positives that comes with THC products and CBD products that are proven to be true, now I want you to put this in perspective and think about why you should give it a try or if you shouldn't. It's your choice. Also, if it becomes legal, I want to state out the point, like, because we do talk about if it's legal, we want it to be responsible as well. So the best thing about that, also, if it becomes legal, you will have to have you either have to be either 21 of age or you have to get prescribed a medical card. And it's not easy to get prescribed a medical card. You actually have to have a reason for it, and you will get it from a doctor, just like you would get any other drug. And like a medicine that fights off like other disease, this one is a really good one. Like we talked about earlier, it doesn't just fight off other diseases. It actually helps out with this, like some diseases that other medicine cannot help with. But even though it helps out with other diseases that medicine can help with, this is a medicine that will not get you sick, has very little side effects, and it just has a lot more positive than it will have negatives. Thank you guys very much, and I'm happy to give you guys this speech. I hope you guys have a great day.